Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you another game from our 1978 one and done baseball tournament using Out of the Park 19. Tonight's matchup, the Giants taking on the Cardinals in round 1. The San Francisco Giants in 1978 had a winning record, 89 wins, 73 losses, while St. Louis, well, they struggled, 69-93. If you win, you stay in. If you lose, you take a snooze. Who will be the last team standing? Who will advance to round 2? That's what we're going to find out, folks. I will be managing the lower seed, the weaker team, the St. Louis Cardinals. The Out of the Park Baseball 19 sim engine will be managing the San Francisco Giants. And again, when we set the tournament up, it's the first time I set up a tournament in Out of the Park 19. It's a new feature they have. And I set it up what I thought was highest seed to lowest seed, but it's staggered the teams differently. So the Giants, even though they have the better record, will be the visiting team, thanks to the pure luck of the draw, I guess. So leading off for the San Francisco Giants, Bill Madlock, and he is at second base, batting second, playing left field is Terry Whitfield. Okay. Batting third, the right fielder Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. Batting fourth, the first baseman Mike Ivy. Batting fifth, the third baseman Darrell Evans. Batting sixth, the center fielder Larry Herndon. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Willie McCovey. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Mark Hill. Batting ninth, the shortstop Roger Metzger. And doing the pitching, up on the hill, towing the rubber, Vida Blue. In 78, he was 18-10 with a 2.79 earned run average. And he will be facing the St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off for the Cardinals, Gary Templeton playing short. Batting second, the left fielder Jerry Mumphrey. Batting third, the catcher Ted Simmons. Batting fourth, the center fielder George Hendrick. Batting fifth, the first baseman Keith Hernandez. Batting sixth, the third baseman Ken Ritz. Batting seventh, the right fielder Jerry Morales. Batting eighth, the second baseman Mike Tyson. Batting ninth, the designated hitter Roger Freed. In this tournament, we do have a designated hitter for both the American League and the National League. As Jim Doyle has entered the chat, he says, "Let's go Giants." So he's a Giants fan. That's cool. I play as what I call the lower seed, Jim. And first tournament I set up with Out of the Park 19. It's a new tournament feature. And I don't know if you heard me before, but I staggered the teams, American National, what I thought highest to lowest, because I wanted American League, National League matchups, because obviously only the World Series teams had played each other in 78. And the tournament brackets got randomized, I guess, so I have to pay more attention to that. But it's been a fun tournament so far. Jim Doyle says, "Found your feed a few months ago. Enjoy your projects." Thank you very much, Jim. And Jim says, "Vida Blue, great until drugs caught up with him." Yes, you are correct. You are correct. All right, let's get to the ball game. And we're going to be at Busch Stadium. Again, even though the Cardinals have the worst record, they were allotted the home game by luck of the draw. All right, so on the hill for the Cardinals, Pete Vukovich. I think I failed to give you his stats in the introductions. I'll give them to you now. 12-12, striking out 149, walking 59, ERA 2.54. Quality of pitches overall 6 out of 10, movement 8 out of 10, control 7 out of 10. and that can fluctuate between right-handed and left-handed batters that he faces. Behind the plate, Ted Simmons, 8 out of 10 catcher arm, 9 out of 10 defense. Very, very good behind the plate. Outstanding. Ken Ritz is at third, 8 out of 10 defense. Gary Templeton at short, 7 out of 10 defense. Mike Tyson, the weak link in the infield, 4 out of 10 defense, below average. And Keith Hernandez, 7 out of 10 at first. Jerry Mumphrey's in left, 6 out of 10 defense and range, 8 out of 10 arm. George Hendricks, above average, 6 out of 10 for arm, range, and defense in center. And Jerry Morales, average defensive range and defense, arm, good, 7 out of 10. At the plate, Bill Madlock. Madlock, in 1978 for the Giants, batted .309, 15 homers, 44 ribbies. I make up both lineups for the teams. I go to Baseball Reference, and then I put together what I think is the best lineup. And these are the rosters as the end of the year. So Madlock, a right-handed pull hitter. The Cardinals infield will shift left, and the outfield also will shift left. Madlock, 9 out of 10 contact versus right-handed pitching. Above average power, 6 out of 10 with an average eye. He will go fishing on occasions. A very good base runner. Good speed. Vukovich looks in at Simmons. Here's the pitch to Madlock. 0-1 count. Matlock swings the lumber, and he rips a shot, and that will drop in on the diving attempt by Morales into right center field. So Bill Madlock with a leadoff single. Definitely a threat to steal, Madlock. 8 out of 10 stealing ability, 8 out of 10 speed. Keith Hernandez holds him on, and here comes Terry Whitfield, a left-handed normal hitter. Whitfield, 289, 10 homers, 32 ribbies. Very good contact hitter, 8 out of 10. Power and eye below average, 4 out of 10. Vukovich throws over to first, and Matlock is back. Cardinals move to double play depth up the middle with Templeton and Tyson. Again, Vukovich looks to first. He'll try a pitch around to induce a ground ball double play. Full count, and he walked him. So Whitfield, not known for his eye, shows some patience. And 2 on, no outs, a single and a walk. And here comes Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. Clark batted .306, 25 home runs, and 98 ribbies. Against right-handed pitching, 8 out of 10 contact, 7 out of 10 power, 4 out of 10 eye. Spray hitter, Clark will use all fields. Vukovich in a bit of a pickle here. Again, the Cardinals move to double play depth in the infield, outfield straightaway and normal. Simmons wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Jack the Ripper, 1-1 count. Clark swings, grounds it to second, over to short, back to first, double play. Tyson, Templeton, Hernandez, 2 down. Advancing to third is Bill Matlock. The Cubs, the Bears has joined us in the chat along with Jim Doyle. He says, fun fact. Oh, we haven't had a fun fact in a while from the Cubs, the Bears. Always good to see the great white shark. He'll have a... If you're not familiar with the channel, he's a member of the FOC, Friends of the Channel, and we have a wrestling character for him, and he'll be having a heavyweight title match against Ric Flair coming up in the near future. So, fun fact from the Cubs, the Bears, regarding Bill Matlock. Bill Matlock is the only 4-time batting champion not to be in the Hall of Fame. Wow, that is a very interesting fact. Now that you said that, we'll pause a moment and let's take a look. Oh, it's not going to give me his whole career. No, it should give me his whole career. Real life. This is what's outstanding about this game. One low price, you get everything. So his career ended in '87. Career batting average 264. Homers Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'm on the wrong, I'm sorry. Career batting average, 305. I was going to say, I thought that was pretty low. That was on the last year. I apologize for that. 305 career batting average for Matlock. Homers, 163. Hits, 2008. Fringe Hall of Famer, definitely. I don't think he has the other offensive numbers to 2,000 hits, though. Because I think the doubles are included in, I believe so. The triples, doubles, and homers are all included in that hit number, I believe. The Cubs, the Bears, that's all included in that hit number, right? The 2008? It must be. It must be, because if it wasn't, he'd have almost 2,500 hit. He'd be 500 away from 3,000 hits. So that's all inclusive, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so that's a fun fact. The only 4-time batting champion not to be in the Hall of Fame. Good fact brought out by the FOC member, the Cubs, the Bears. Back to the ball. All right, 2 outs. Madlock's at third as Vukovic induced a double play ball by Clark, and that went Tyson, Templeton to Hernandez, scoring at home 4-6-3. And here's Mike Ivy, the first baseman, 308, 11 homers, 55 ribbies, 9 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power, 4 out of 10 eye. On deck, Darrell Evans. Vukovic is going to try to get Ivy to chase out of the zone with a pitch around. He kicks and deals to Ivy. 3-1 count, and Ivy doesn't bite. Again, below average eye, and it hasn't worked in this inning. So runners on the corners, 2 out. Darrell Evans at the plate, Herndon on deck. Evans a lefty. 5 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power, 8 out of 10 eye. 243, 20 homers, 78 ribbies. Ivy, poor speed at first, 2 out of 10 though. Stealing ability, 8 out of 10. So if he gets a good read, he will go. Hernandez holding him on. Matlock at third. Here's the pitch from Vukovic to Darrell Evans. 3-1 count, and he walked him. And that's the third walk for Vukovic in this inning. Bases juiced, 2 outs. No place to put Larry Herndon, who batted .259, 1 homer, 32 ribbies. 6 out of 10 contact, very poor power, 1 out of 10. Eye, 4 out of 10. That hasn't helped out Vukovic this inning. No one has chased. Simmons pounds the mitt, sets the target. Vukovic kicks and fires to Herndon. 2-1 count. Herndon swings, sends that ball center field. Going back a bit with a beat on it and making the catch is George Hendrick. Side retired Vukovic, and the Cardinals breathe a sigh of relief as the Giants leave them stranded. In the chat, we have D. Scott Howard. How you doing, my friend? How goes the trivia and your walks? How goes the goat sitting? We got to get you on with Chat with Al to talk about the goat sitting. Coming up on Saturday, we'll be on Dog Sidious' channel. Dog Sidious will be hosting. I'll be on there, and we believe Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware will be back, and that'll be awesome. Had a good time Saturday. So, due up for the Cardinals, Templeton, Mumphrey, and Simmons to face Vida Blue. Vida Blue, as I stated earlier, 18-10, 2.79 earned run average, striking out 171, walking 70. Stamina 10 out of 10, hold runners 7 out of 10. Quality of pitches is average, 5 out of 10. Excellent movement, 8 out of 10. And very good control, 7 out of 10. Mark Hill behind the plate, 7 out of 10 catching arm, 8 out of 10 defense. Darrell Evans, 6 out of 10 defense at third. Metzger, 4 out of 10 at short, below average, so you can get a few balls past him. Bill Madlock, 6 out of 10 at second, and Mike Ivy, very good to excellent at first, 8 out of 10. Terry Whitfield, 7 out of 10 defense and range in left, 10 out of 10 arm. Larry Herndon, 6 out of 10 defense and range, 7 out of 10 arm. Jack Clark, very good in the right field corner. 8 out of 10 defense and range, 10 out of 10 arm for Jack the Ripper. So Gary Templeton in 1978 batted .280, 2 homers, 47 ribbies. 8 out of 10 contact versus left-handed pitching, very poor power and eye. 1 out of 10 power, 2 out of 10 eye. Blue throws strikes. Templeton has to be ready. The windup and the pitch from Vida Blue to Gary Templeton. Full count to Templeton. Templeton swings, line drive, caught by the second baseman, Bill Matlock. 1 down. Now bring up Jerry Mumphrey. And Mumphrey in 1978 for the Cardinals batted .262, 2 homers, 37 ribbies, 6 out of 10 contact. Again, poor power, 2 out of 10, 6 out of 10 eye versus lefties. Right-handed normal hitter. He awaits the blue offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound, 0-2 count in the hole. Ground ball weakly to the right side. And Ivy fields it and throws to Vida Blue, covering the bag for 2 down. Back to the chat real quickly. D. Scott Howard says, Mike Ivy played his A-League ball for my local team at the time, the Tri-City, Washington Padres. So here's Ted Simmons, 2 outs, no one on, trying to keep the inning alive. Simmons, 287, 22 round trippers, 80 runners knocked in. Versus left-handed pitching, he's all green. 7 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power, 6 out of 10 eye. Vida Blue is ready. He kicks and delivers to Simmons. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. 1-2-3 go the Cards. Top of the second, no score here in St. Louis. They had the luck of the draw, got the home game even though they're the weaker team. Due up for the Giants, McCovey, only a shell of himself. Hill and Metzger. Willie McCovey, stretch, he's a designated hitter. 228, 12 homers, 64 ribbies. 5 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power, 5 out of 10 eye. Left-handed pull hitter. Cardinals will shift hard right in the infield. They will shift right in the outfield. Vukovic looks in. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Willie. Stretch McCovey. 1-2 count. Fastball swing and a miss. So McCovey goes down via the K, 1 away. Here comes the catcher, Mark Hill. And the Giants catcher in 1978 batted .243, 3 homers, 36 ribbies, 5 out of 10 contact, 2 out of 10 power, 6 out of 10 eye. He does have some patience. Right-handed normal hitter. Cardinals infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Simmons wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Mark Hill. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Another K. Got him with the fastball once again. Good movement by Vukovic in that fastball. Larry Rice has joined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? As Larry Rice does state, this is not a good Cardinal team. No, it is not. They were 60. What did I say they were? 69. What were they? 69 and 93. It was an ouch season for the Cardinals. Vukovic 1 out away from a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the second. Roger Metzger, the number 9 batter, shortstop, strides to the plate. 246, no homers, 23 ribbies, 6 out of 10 contact, 1 out of 10 power, 4 out of 10 eye. Left-handed normal hitter. Again, the Cardinals infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. 6 out of 10 bunter, but would he bunt with 2 outs? I think not. Here's the pitch to Metzger. 2-2 count. Metzger grounds it up the middle, past the shortstop Gary Templeton as it picked up speed on the turf and got through the dirt. And that's a 2-out single for Roger Metzger. 6 out of 10 speed, excellent stealing ability, 9 out of 10. Hernandez will be keeping him on, and Vukovic will keep an eye on him. Bill Matlock steps to the plate. He is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Right-handed pull hitter. Infield will shift left. Mike Tyson playing directly behind the second base bag now. Hernandez, the only defender on the dirt in the right side, holding on Roger Metzger. The outfield will play straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Bill Matlock. 1-0 count. There goes the runner. The throw down. Simmons has him. Outside retire as Simmons guns it down. Templeton applies the tag. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in St. Louis. As Larry Rice says, hey, Al, and for sure. And Larry's saying hello to everyone in the chat. Glad to see all you fine gentlemen joining us. Due up for the Cardinals, Hendrick, Hernandez, and Ritz. George Hendrick. In 1978, batted .278, 20 homers, 75 ribbies. 8 out of 10 contact versus left-handed pitching, 7 out of 10 power, 6 out of 10 eye. Right-handed normal hitter. He's looking for a pitch he can grip and rip. Vida Blue nods his head. The big windup and the pitch to Hendrick. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Way out in front. Actually, that was a fastball. I get mixed up because they always show the other pitch first. So he set him up with a curve and blew the fastball by him. It looked a little curvy to me, so a lot of movement on that fastball. 1 out. And that's Vida Blue's second K. And here comes Keith Hernandez, who actually hit left-handed pitching pretty good. Overall, 255, 11 homers, 64 ribbies, 6 out of 10 contact, 5 out of 10 power, 7 out of 10 eye. Left-handed normal hitter. Mark Hill goes through the sign, sets the target. Blue deals to Keith Hernandez, full count. Hernandez grounds left side. Metzger with the throw, and he is out. Nice play by Metzger at short. Backhand, good fire to Ivy. So 2 outs, base is empty for the Cardinals. And Ken Ritz strides to the plate. Ritz batted .246 in 1978. As my father is screaming at the TV as the Red Sox are going to blow a game most likely after having a lead because they don't want to switch their pitcher out. Oh God, the Red Sox are getting silly. They're getting silly down the stretch in real life. They're playing too tentatively. They're trying to hold on to a lead instead of increasing their lead. That's the way to lose a division, my friends. All right, 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Ken Ritz. 246, 10 homers, 75 ribbies, 6 out of 10 contact, 4 out of 10 power, 2 out of 10 eye. Right-handed normal hitter. Blue looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Markel sets the target. Here's the pitch from Vida Blue to Ken Ritz. Ritz, shallow fly ball, left center field. Coming in and making the catch for the Giants is Whitfield, side retired. Top of the third, scoreless here in St. Louis. Due up for the Giants, top of the order, Matlock, Whitfield, and Clark. As Larry Rice says, haha, poor dad. Yeah, he's yelling at the TV. That's alright. Keeps him excited. I don't mind him yelling at the TV. It's good for him. It's just they're playing too tentatively now. They're trying to hold on to their divisional lead. Yankees were losing, I think, 3-4-0. And they lost the night before, so the Red Sox picked up a half game. All right, Matlock, Whitfield, and Clark to face Pete Vukovich. Matlock was at the plate when Metzger was thrown out. So he gets to do it all over again. Right-handed pull hitter. Infield shifts left, outfield straightaway at normal. Vukovich picks up the sign from Simmons. Here's the pitch to Bill Matlock. 1-0 count. Matlock swings. Bangs into the shift. Tyson throws to first. 1 away. As Tyson was playing directly behind the second base bag. Joining us in the chat, Herb Pilgrim. He says, "Hey Al, Jim D, pleased to meet you." And he says hello to everyone in the chat. So that's pretty cool. As Larry Rice says, gotta beat the Marlins though. Oh, absolutely. The Red Sox have to take those 2 games. They can't beat that double-A team. I told people, you know, I love the Red Sox, you know, my favorite sports team, but season's not over. Season's not over. They're resting guys and stuff. I get it. You gotta rest guys, but Sunday's game, Benintendi and Martinez both out of the lineup. I understand you give them that day off, and there's another day off for travel back home. You get 2 days off. But come on. That was one of the worst lineups they put out there. And they're struggling. Everyone's struggling. You got to have your best guys out there. All right, 1 out. Here's Terry Whitfield. He walked his first time up. Left-handed normal hitter. Vukovic deals quickly to Whitfield. Whitfield swings at the first pitch, punches it to right, and that's going to get down. And Whitfield's digging for 2. Here's the throw, and not in time by Morales, as that's a hustle double. So Whitfield is at second, and here comes Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. Chance to knock in that duck on second base, Terry Whitfield, as they say, knocking the duck off the pond. Clark banged into a double play his first time up, right-handed spray hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal, first base open, Ivy on deck. Vukovic takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, the windup, the pitch to Clark, 1-0, Clark swings, hard ground ball to short, Metzger fires to first for out number 2, nice play by Templeton, Gary Templeton, my faux pas, nice play by Gary Templeton, who would later be traded to the Padres for Ozzie Smith. So 2 outs, Whitfield still at second, and here comes Mike Ivy. And D. Scott Howard said in regards to Mike Ivy, let me go back a bit. Mike Ivy played his A-League ball for my local team, the Tri-City Washington Padres. D. Scott Howard also said, passed 100 miles walk for the 10th month in a row today, despite losing a week to smoky weather. Goat sitting again for 3 fun-filled weeks in October. So that's going to be awesome. So can Mike Ivy come through in the clutch? Whitfield, 5 out of 10 speed, 6 out of 10 stealing ability. He'll be off on contact. Ivy, right-handed normal hitter. He walked his first time up. Evans on deck. Vukovic kicks and fires to Ivy. 2-2 count. Ivy rips her shot. Left field, making the diving attempt, but not coming up with the catch is Mumphrey. And holding at third is Whitfield. I'm a little surprised with that, but Mumphrey popped up quick, and he does have a very good arm. 8 out of 10. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. It's up to Darrell Evans. He walked his first time up. Hernandez on deck. Evans digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Another spray hitter. Cardinals playing straightaway and normal in the infield and outfield. Simmons pounds the mitt, sets the target. Vukovic deals to Darrell Evans. Full count to Darrell Evans. Fly ball, shallow left center, drops in. Mumphrey cuts it off, and the run scores from third. Runners on the corners, 1-0 Giants. A clutch 2-out single by Darrell Evans. And here's Larry Herndon, Willie McCovey on deck. Herndon is 0 for 1. Ivy at third. Evans at first. 1-0 Giants, 2 outs. Top of the third. Here's the pitch to Larry Herndon. 1-2 count. Strike 3 looking. Vukovic paints the inside corner with the fastball. But the Giants break out on top first on the clutch 2-out single by Evans. Go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Giants in his 1978 one-and-done tournament. Due up for the Cardinals, Morales, Tyson, and Freed. Jerry Morales. In 1978, 239, 4 homers, 46 ribbies, 6 out of 10 contact, 2 out of 10 power, 4 out of 10 eye. Blues ready to work. He deals to Morales. Morales swings at the first pitch. Hard ground ball to third. And that will be an out. Nice play by Darrell Evans. 1 away. Mike Tyson steps to the plate. No, not the boxer Mike Tyson. The second baseman Mike Tyson. Tyson, 233, 3 homers, 26 ribbies. Average contact 5 out of 10. Non-existent power 2 out of 10. And a poor eye 3 out of 10. Chokes up on the bat a bit. Blue peers in at Hill, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Tyson. 1-1 count. Tyson swings, punches it to short for the out. Nice play by Metzger. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here comes the designated hitter, Roger Freed. Freed, 239, 2 homers, 20 ribbies. Below average contact and power, 4 out of 10 for both. Average eye, 5 out of 10. Right-handed pull hitter. Giants play Fried straightaway and normal in both the infield and outfield. Here's the pitch to Roger Fried, 1-0 count. Fried swings, and that's going to be a base hit to right center. So Roger Fried picks up the first St. Louis Cardinal hit. Very slow at first, as I love to say, wouldn't win a race with a dead tortoise. Mike Ivey is holding him on top of the order. Gary Templeton. Templeton is 0 for 1. Fried will be off on contact. Blue deals to Templeton. 2-2 count. Templeton, pop-up, shallow outfield in center, and making the running catch is Metzger, as charging in hard was the center fielder Herndon, but Metzger called him off, side retired. Cardinals do get their first hit, but they still trail 1-0. We go to the top of the fourth. Due up for the San Francisco Giants, McCovey, Hill, and Metzger, who just made that fine defensive play. As Larry Rice says, Tyson has no punch, smiley face. And Larry also says, congrats to D. Scott Howard. That is a big congratulations. 100 miles in his walks for the total of the month. That's awesome. Here's Willie McCovey to face Pete Vukovich. McCovey's 0 for 1, left-handed pull hitter. Infield, outfield will shift right. Infield, hard shift right. Outfield just shifts right. Vukovich deals to stretch McCovey. 2-0 count. McCovey swings, bangs right into the shift. He'll ground out to second. Nice play by Tyson. 1 away. Mark Hill strides the plate. Hill's 0 for 1, the Giant catcher. Right-handed normal batter. Simmons wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hill. 2-1 count. Hill swings. Shallow fly ball to right. Coming in. Morales makes the catch. 2 away. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Roger Metzger. Shortstop's 1 for 1. Left-handed normal hitter. Vukovich rubs up the baseball, puts it back on his glove. Back up on the hill, toes the rubber, peers in at Simmons. Metzger awaits the Pete Vukovich offering. Pitch homeward bound. 1-0 count. Metzger up the middle. Templeton boots the ball. And that will be an error on Templeton. Good range to get to the ball, but he booted it. So Metzger, a dangerous base runner at first. Hernandez holding him on. 6 out of 10 speed, 9 out of 10 stealing ability. Here comes Bill Matlock. Matlock is 1 for 2. Right-handed pull hitter. Shift left in the infield and the outfield. Vukovich takes a peek to first, and now he deals to Matlock. There goes the runner. Simmons fires down. Not in time. So in scoring position is Metzger. Hernandez, the only defender on the right side of the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Matlock. Again, Vukovich nods his head, and into the breach he goes. Matlock grounds it to third, and that will end the inning. Giants strand Metzger at second. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Giants. 2 up for the Cardinals. Mumphrey, Simmons, and Hendrick. As D. Scott Howard says, got to keep moving at my advanced age. So here's Jerry Mumphrey. He is 0 for 1. Blue, so far 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Blue deals to Mumphrey. 1-1 count. Mumphrey rips our shot down the left field line. This should be 2 as it grabs some wall. The throw to the cutoff man into second, not in time. Mumphrey goes in standing. So a leadoff double by Jerry Mumphrey. He represents a tying run at second. Tremendous speed. 8 out of 10. Here's Ted Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Simmons had 22 homers and 80 ribbies in 1978. Blue peeks over his shoulder. He kicks and fires to Simmons. 1-2 count. Punch down to third. And Evans throws him out. 1 away. So now George Hendrick will have his opportunity to tie the ball game up. Mumphrey's at second. Hendrick's 0 for 1. The center fielder. Blue again peeks over his shoulder. He kicks and fires to George Hendrick, 1-1 count. Hendrick takes the inside pitch, grounds it to Metzger at short, and that's out number 2. So 2 outs. Mumphrey will be off on contact. It's up to Keith Hernandez, who's 0 for 1. Hernandez digs in, waiting to grip and rip. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hernandez, 2-2 count. Hernandez grounds hard to second. Matlock makes the play, moving towards the second base bag. Side retired. Tying run. Jerry Munford stranded at second after a leadoff double. If we did not have 3, 4, and 5 up, I possibly would have tried to bunt them over, but we had our best batters up. I wasn't going to give up an out. So, top of the 5th, 1-0 Giants. They cling to that lead. Pete Vukovich back up on the hill for the Cardinals. He will face Whitfield, Clark, and Ivy. Whitfield's 1 for 1, left-handed normal hitter. Vukovich deals quickly to Whitfield, 1-0 count. Inside pitch, grounded to third. And that will be out number 1. Nice play by Ritz. Here's Jack the Ripper. He's 0 for 2. He's banged into a double play. Simmons and Vukovich can't get on the same page. Now Vukovich nods his head. He kicks and deals to Clark. Clark swings at the first pitch, goes the other way. Lazy fly ball to right. Coming in is Morales, out number 2. So 2 outs. Base is empty for Mike Ivy. Ivy is 1 for 1. Vukovich ready to work. Here's the pitch to Ivy. Ivy swings at the first pitch, grounds it back to Vukovich, who throws the first. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. Bottom of the 5th, San Francisco clinging to a 1-0 lead. The winner advances to round 2 of our 1978 one-and-done playoff tournament using Out of the Park Baseball 19, an absolutely fabulous baseball game. 2 up for the Cardinals, Ritz, Morales, and Tyson. If anyone gets on, Freed. Ken Ritz is 0 for 1. Blue works quickly to Ritz. 1-1 count. Ritz swings. That's a hard shot. Right center field, and that's cut off. And Ritz takes a wide turn, but thinks wisely of it, as Herndon fires it back in towards the infield. So, a leadoff single for Ritz. Again, a very slow runner. Ivy holding him on. Here's Jerry Morales. On deck, Mike Tyson. And we're going to attempt to bunt him over here. Morales, not the best bunter, 4 out of 10. Here's the pitch. He squares. He puts the bunt down, and he only plays the first. So Morales does his J.O.B. as Blue fields it and fires to Matlock, who's covering on the wheel play as Ivy was charging. So tying run. Tying run here in the bottom of the 5th is at second. A very slow Ken Ritz. We do have Lou Brock on the bench. We activated him. The computer actually had Lou Brock deactivated, but I activated him because he still has tremendous speed. Defense not so good and hitting not so good, but I don't know if it's too early. Let's just take a look. Who else could play third? Wayne Garrett. 6 out of 10 defense. That's a drop off. Green's still pretty good, but Ken Ritz, 8 out of 10 defense. I'm going to save Brock. I'm not going to use him yet as a pinch runner. Bottom of the 5th, we still got a lot of game to go. So 1 out, Ritz at second. And here's Mike Tyson. He's 0 for 1. Looking to punch it through the infield. Hill goes through the sign, sets the target. Blue rocks and fires to Tyson. Tyson swings at the first pitch. Ground ball to Evans, and he boats it at third. The throw will be late, so the error by Evans keeps it with 1 out. And now the tying run 90 feet away as Mike Tyson reaches on the E5. So runners on the corners for Roger Freed. He is 1 for 1. Freed looking to send this ball deep somewhere in the outfield in worst case scenario. Ritz takes a slight lead from third. Tyson's at first, not a speedy runner, but a good stealer. if that makes any sense, and it does because he reads the pitchers well. Blue looks to third, now to first. Here's the pitch to Fried. 2-2 count. Fried swings, punches it to right field. Coming in, and making the catch is Clark. Clark has a cannon for an arm. Ritz, again, would not win a race with a dead tortoise. We will hold him, as he's going to be an automatic out, most likely. So a nice play by Clark. He comes up throwing. The ball's cut off. Top of the order, Gary Templeton. Templeton's 0 for 2. Tying run at third and Ken Ritz. Go-ahead run at first and Mike Tyson. Neither of them would you start a track team with. A relay team. Templeton chance to tie the ball game up. 1 out. 1-0 Giants, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Cardinals, bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Gary Templeton. 1-1 count. Templeton grounds it up the middle and past Metzger. And we have a 1-1 ball game, as Tyson will be held at third. Again, a slow runner. Herndon has a great arm. So Gary Templeton comes through. We have a 1-1 ball game. Go-ahead run at second in the very slow Mike Tyson. Templeton with excellent speed at first. Here's Jerry Munford. He's 1 for 2. He doubled in his last time up with no outs to lead off the inning, but was stranded at second. Vida Blue now up to 76 pitches. Rubs up the baseball, puts it back in his glove. Back up on the hill. He's ready to deal. Here's the pitch to Mumphrey. 3-1 count. Hitters count. Mumphrey sends that ball right field. Clark comes racing in, but won't get there. Drops in. And holding at third, as I don't know why he had such a bad read on the ball. Mike Tyson, 2 outs. Poor base running there by Tyson. He should have been around third base. So bases are loaded. 1-1 ball game. The Cardinals fans are in it. They're in it, boy. As Max Cornelius has joined us in the chat. He says, "Go Cards!" How you doing, Max Cornelius? Check out that wonderful channel. Some Action PC baseball there. They play charge, and Ted Simmons hopes to oblige. Simmons is 0 for 2. No place to put Ted. Blue kicks and fires to Simmons. Full count. Simmons grounds it up the middle. Metzger's there. He throws the first. Side retired. Nice play by Metzger. But the Cardinals tie it up at 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Knotted at 1 here at Busch Stadium. Due up for the 1978 San Francisco Giants. Evans, Herndon, and Willie McCovey stretch to face Pete Vukovich. Vukovich has thrown 76 pitches. He struck out 3, walked 3, 1 earned run, giving up 5 hits through 5. Darrell Evans 1 for 1. He knocked in the only Giants run with 2 outs. Left-handed spray hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Darrell Evans. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's K number 4. Got him with the curve. So 1 out. The center fielder Larry Herndon strides to the plate. Right-handed batter, pull hitter. Cardinals shift left in the infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Vukovich really rubbing up that baseball. Now he's back up on the bump. He's ready to deal. Here's the pitch to Herndon. Herndon swings at the first pitch. Outside pitch. He pulls it down to third to Ritz, who throws to Hernandez at first. 1 away. 2 away, excuse me. 2 away. And here's Willie Stretch McCovey. McCovey did have 12 home runs coming to an end of his career in 78. Shell of himself. Left-handed pull hitter. Hard shift right in the infield. And a shift right in the outfield. Still with above average power at this advanced age. 6 out of 10. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 1-2 count. McCovey goes the other way. That could drop in on the run and getting there. Wow, what a running catch by Mumphrey. He had to go a long way as Willie McCovey tried to beat the shift and go the other way, but it's out number 3. Bottom of the 6th, tied at 1. Herb Pilgrim says, "At first I couldn't pick a team to root for, but the Cards are home, so go Cards." As Max Cornelius says he's doing well, asks how I'm doing. I'm doing okay. Dad's yelling at the TV. It seems like the Reds. I'll put the game on after. I mean, they were up 4-0. Yeah, 4-0, I think it was. 4-1, excuse me. I think it was 4-1, and I think they're blowing the game now because my pops was screaming at the TV. All right, due up for the St. Louis Cardinals, Hendrick, Hernandez, and Ritz. George Hendrick is 0 for 2. Vida blew through 5 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, as that run scored due to an error. The inning should have been over before that single, and 2 strikeouts. Blue deals to Hendrick. 1-2, 2-1 count. Hendrick, right side, third base, and he is out. Nice play by Evans. He didn't boot that ball. Took a funny hop on him, but he fielded it. Sort of handcuffed him, but he got him. So here's Keith Hernandez, the first baseman. He is 0 for 2. Again, he hit left-handed pitching pretty good in 78. Here's the pitch to Hernandez, 1-2 count. And Hernandez rips that through to the right side past the dive of Bill Matlock. So he's 1 for 3. Flat was that fastball. No movement on it whatsoever. Ivy will hold Hernandez on at first. He represents the go-ahead run with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 5 out of 10 speed, 7 out of 10 stealing ability. And here's Ken Ritz. Ritz is 1 for 2. And we're going to play hit and run. There goes Hernandez. Ritz swings the bat, and he hits a shot to right center field. And going first to third on the hit and run is Keith Hernandez. So Ritz is 2 for 3. Little small ball there. So with 1 out, Hernandez 90 feet away as the hit and run worked to perfection. I love to hit and run in out of the ballpark. Jerry Morales is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Corners are playing in just in case of a squeeze play. We're going to play hit and run again. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Morales lifts it left field, running towards the line to make the catch is Whitfield. And he fires frantically back to first, and safe is Ritz. Not a wise move by Whitfield, but he has a cannon for an arm. So 2 outs, runners on the corners on the failed hit and run. Here comes Mike Tyson. Tyson looking to apply the knockout blow here. He's 0 for 2. Blue takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Tyson. 1-2 count, and he punches it shallow right towards the line. Racing over to make the catch is the right fielder Jack Clark. As the Ripper comes jogging in, we go to the top of the 7th, tied at 1. Due up for the Giants, Hill, Metzger, then the top of the order, Bill Matlock to face Pete Vukovich. Vukovich up to 87 pitches now. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 4 Ks. As Larry Rice says, no tag. Yeah, they didn't tag. Whitfield has a 10 out of 10 arm. I don't know if that's... Now, the hit and run should not affect the guy at third. I just want to put the guy in motion at first to stay out of the double play. But we didn't beat the ball on the ground. We hit it in the air. Yeah, I didn't have an option to tag him. The sim engine. Sometimes you have the option, Larry, to send him or not, and other times it just goes off the sim engine. I think because Hernandez was a 5 runner and the ball wasn't that deep, and you had a 10 out of 10 arm, they held him. All right, here's Mark Hill. Vukovich fires homeward bound. 1-0 count. Hill swings, grounds it to Ritz at third, and that's 1 away. Good range shown by Ritz as he moved nicely to his right. So 1 out. Here's Roger Metzger, the shortstop. He is 1 for 2. Left-handed normal hitter. Cardinals infield, outfield straightaway in normal. Here's the pitch to Roger Metzger. 2-1 count. Punch to the right side. And taking and racing to the bag himself is Keith Hernandez. 2 down. So Vukovich settling in here. He's only given up 1 run. And that was in the top of the 3rd with 2 outs. Here comes Bill Matlock, top of the order. Vukovich now at 93 pitches. Matlock's 1 for 3. And right-handed pull hitter. Shift left in the infield. And shift left in the outfield. Simmons pounds a mitt, sets the target. Vukovic rocks and fires the Matlock 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's K number 5. He got him with the off-speed pitch. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 1-1 ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. As Larry Rice says, yeah, I know, I blame the third base coach. I don't know if I would have sent him, to be honest. I probably 5 out of 10 speed. Fried coming up. I don't know. I might have sent him. He had to come in on the ball a little bit, or to the left. I probably would have sent him. I would have took a shot there. Though Fried did get a hit. But we won't know, because they held him up. Here's Roger Fried against Vida Blue, and you know what? I'm going to get some bullpen action up for Vukovic. Let's see what we have in our bullpen. Mark Littell. He's a righty, 279 earned run average. That's not bad. Roy J. Thomas, 381. He's a righty. Buddy Schultz, the lefty, 380. What do they have coming up? They have all righties and switch hitters. Oh, wrong side, I'm sorry. They have lefty, righty, righty, lefty. Aurelio Lopez. I remember him. I don't want to see him in there. Tom Bruno, 1.99. He's a righty, 1.99. Setup guy, we're going to get him up. He's a righty. Pete Falcone, I remember him with the Mets. Unless I'm getting him mixed up with somebody else. He's a starter, I'm just looking at him. Yeah, he will not be. If we get to game 2, obviously, we're going to go with John Denny as our starter. 2.96 ERA. Actually, their first 2 starters are not bad. And we have Bob Forsch, too. 3.70. It's not awful. These guys, imagine these guys. John Denny would be a millionaire 20 times over with that. 14-11 at 2.96 in this day and age. Jesus. Just under 4 they think is a good ERA. Sometimes 4 they think is a good ERA. That's god awful. Bottom of the 7th. We're going to get our closer, Mark Little, up also. Actually, no. Scratch that. They have lefty, righty, righty, lefty. Let's get Buddy Schultz up. Buddy Schultz. Okay. Alright, here's Roger Fried to lead things off. Vida Blue, 6 innings, 7 hits, no earned runs. The runs scored on him was unearned. No walks, 2 Ks. Here's the pitch from Blue to Fried. 1-2 count. Curveball, Fried punches it into left field. So Fried, 2 for 3. I'm glad I inserted him as a DH. As he hit fairly well against, in 78, he batted 273 off lefties. God awful against righties. So I put him in the lineup. Here's Gary Templeton. Fried's at first. 2 hits. Now I'm putting in Lou Brock. Mr. Brock, you're inserted into the lineup. Pinch running at first. The legendary Lou Brock. Still fast. 9 out of 10 speed, 8 out of 10 stealing ability. Mike Ivey holding him on. Here's Gary Templeton. Hill has a 7 out of 10 arm. Templeton's 1 for 3 with a ribby. We're going to play hit and run. There goes Brock. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball down the line. Brock hits second base, going for third. Send him. Here comes the one-way through. It's come out. Brock scores all the way from first on the double by Gary Templeton, and the Cardinals go up 2-1. Yes! Lou Brock showing that his aging legs still had that blazing speed. Templeton doubles down the line past Darrell Evans. Whitfield dug it out of the corner, but too late. 2-1 Cardinals. We have an upset brewing. Templeton, huge insurance run. Tremendous speed. Huge insurance run at second. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Mumphrey is 2 for 3. He's a 5 out of 10 bunter. He's going to lay down the sacrifice. Here's the pitch. The bunt. It's a good one to first base. Charging in. Did we get it? Oh! Sometimes the animation doesn't match up. But Ivy makes the play as he beats Mumphrey to the bag just barely. But Mumphrey does his J.O.B. Templeton's now at third. And there's only one out. And we have Ted Simmons and George Hendricks on deck. As Larry Rice says, Brock ran through the stop sign. Thank God. Oh, now I gotta make a decision here. I make that clucking noise with my tongue when I'm nervous about a game, not nervous. When I'm thinking. Stamina of 1. Ah, man. I don't think you can get 9 outs. I think we're going to stick with Bruno and Schultz. And mix and match, try to get a few outs there. And whoever I put in, which I'm going to go... let's see what Whitfield, before we even do this, I should look to see what Whitfield actually did against lefties. 203. Yeah, definitely. 100-point difference. So we're going to have Schultz match up with Whitfield. Clark hit good, he hit better against lefties. So then we'll bring Bruno in to face his fellow Paisan, Jack Clark. Jack the Ripper. All right. 1 out. Templeton very fast at third. The infield moves in. Outfield shifts left. Ted Simmons chance to pick up an RBI here. Right-handed extreme pull hitter. Just has to bang it through the drawn-in infield. Blue ready to work. Here's the pitch to Ted Simmons. 2-0 count. Simmons swings. Grounds it to short. Metzger fires to Ivy at first. And holding at third is Gary Templeton. As they play charge. So 2 outs. Giants go back to a normal infield-outfield set. And here's George Hendricks. Hendrick is 0 for 3. Base hit will score Templeton. Can Hendrick come through in the clutch? Bruno and Schultz continue to warm in the Cardinal bullpen. Here's the pitch to George Hendrick. 2-0 count. Hendrick bloops it center field. Coming on is Herndon, and he makes the catch. Side retired, but Lou Brock, the pinch runner, on the hit and run, scores all the way from first on the Templeton double. Templeton would later be stranded at third, but the Cardinals take the lead 2-1. Brock is now in at DH. We'll keep him there for now. And Vukovic is up to 99 pitches. Schultz is ready, our lefty, and he'll face Whitfield. Whitfield was 1 for 2 off Vukovic, so Vukovic can only win it. He cannot lose it. His day is done. And we're going to give you his final numbers. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 5 Ks. So Vukovic does his J.O.B., as we like to say. And he's in line for the win. If the Cardinals maintain this lead, Denny Walling will pitch in the second round. I like our matchup. I really do if we get through this. We have two solid pitchers at the top. So Schultz, the lefty, will come in for Pete Vukovich. Bruno will sit down because I play with the warm-up rule. We don't want to tire him out. And getting up in the pen, starting to stretch and soft toss, will be the closer, Littell. So Buddy Schultz, in 1978, 2 wins, 4 losses, 3.80 earned run average, striking out 70, walking 36 through 83 innings. And he had 6 saves. Lefty-lefty matchup. They're going to stick with Terry Whitfield. Whitfield, as we stated, batted, what was it, 203 against lefties? Yep, 203, almost 100 points less. Schultz done with his warm-up tosses. Simmons has a quick word with him. Back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Schultz deals to Whitfield. Full count to Whitfield. Whitfield lines to the second baseman Tyson. 1 away. And here comes Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. And that's it for Schultz. Let's get, I should have got Bruno up, but he's going to be okay. He'll be all set to go. And Bruno's ready to go. And Jack Clark, against lefties, hit .330 with 12 homers. And against righties, .294 with 13 homers. Fly ball pitcher. So he's a fly ball pitcher. He's our lefty. What's Bruno? He's a fly ball pitcher too. Mound visit. Bruno's ready. I'm feeling it a little bit. Wow, he's already feeling it. So Schultz, he wants out. Cancel. So here comes Bruno, 2-1 game, to face Jack the Ripper. 1 out, base is empty. And Tom Bruno, 4 wins, 3 losses, 1.99 earned run average. He had 1 save, in 49 2/3 innings. Littell, the closer, continues to warm in the bullpen as Clinton Parks joined us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Check out that lovely channel, Clinton Parks. Retro baseball with National Pastime 3 and Digital Diamond baseball and some out-of-the-park baseball. So Tom Bruno faced Jack the Ripper. Clark is 0 for 3, right-handed spray hitter. Bruno's ready to work. He deals to the Ripper. 3-0 count. And Jack, fly ball, center field, coming in and making the catch is Hendricks. So on the 3-0, the Ripper gets the green light, and he goes 0 for 4. 2 outs, base is empty, 2-1, top of the 8th, Cardinals. And here's Mike Ivy. Littell's ready. Let's just check out Mike Ivy here. 300 against righties, 319 against lefties. I was just curious. Bruno, 199. Littell, 279. Struck out. What's his stuff, though? 9 out of 10 stuff. Oof. Bruno, 6 out of 10 quality of pitches, 8 out of 10 movement, 6 out of 10 control. On deck is the lefty, Darrell Evans. Bruno's going to stay in there. Here's the pitch to Ivy. 1-1 count. Ivy swings, and he rips a shot to the gap, right center field. That's going to be at least 2. He might go for 3. For God's sakes, throw the ball. Oh, they might have a shot at him. He's out. He is out! He is thrown out at third. The Cardinals sin. Oh my Lord! And the side is retired. And Tom Bruno breathes a sigh of relief as he takes his cap out and takes a bow to his right fielder, Morales. And there must have been a gust of wind there, as we're going to watch that play over. Holy cow, he got gunned out at third. Let's go to the replay on that. So he had a shot right center field gap. Morales chasing it. Takes a weird bounce. And then he finally picks it up. And he fires. And he gets him by a good 2 steps. Jerry Morales. Holy cow. As the late great Phil Rizzuto would say. Morales. 7 out of 10 arm. And boy, did he uncork it there. Wow. So the Cardinals never get thrown out at third with 2 outs, as you can score from second. But Ivy did not heed that advice. He was gunned down. And the Giants, knowing that there's no tomorrow, go to their closer, Randy Moffett. And we're going to insert our closer right now, because we can. There's no, we're playing with a designated hitter. So let's just get our closer in the game. So Mark Littell will pitch the 9th. No matter what, he's pitching the 9th. So Schultz and Bruno get the 3 outs in the top of the 8th. Was a little shaky there, but they did it. As D. Scott Howard says, who's coaching third? What a blunder, I know. Ouch for the San Francisco Giants. Carl Brago, who's a Giants fan, will not like that at all. Another watcher of the channel. So due up for the Cardinals, hoping to add to their 1-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. Hernandez, Ritz, and Morales. Unbelievable throw by Morales. The face, Randy Moffett. Moffett, 8 wins, 4 losses. Earned run average 3.31. He struck out 52, walked 33. And he had, I can't see it over there, 11 saves. Nope, still can't see it. He had 12 saves in 78 as it was getting messed up here. And then when you go over here, it got cut off at the bottom. All right. So here's Moffett. 5 out of 10 quality of pitches, 9 out of 10 movement, 7 out of 10 control. And that will fluctuate against right-handed and left-handed batters. And against lefties, it goes down by 1 for movement. So here's Keith Hernandez, 1 for 3. Moffett deals to Hernandez, 1-2 count. Hernandez in the hole. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Got him on the big breaking ball. So 1 out. Here comes Ken Ritz, 2 for 3. Ritz, right-handed normal batter, digs in. He awaits the offering from Moffett. Pitch comes homeward bound. He swings at the first pitch, punches it, shallow left center. On the run, making the catch is Whitfield. Covered a lot of ground. It hung up there for him. So 2 outs, and here comes the man of the moment. The defensive play of the game. Jerry Morales on a ball hit the right center field, taking a weird hop, gets to it. Ivy goes around second with 2 outs, digging for third, and Morales guns him down as Ritz applied the tag. And that's the play of the game right now. Also the Lou Brock pinch running and scoring all the way from first on a hit-and-run double. So here's Jerry Morales with 2 outs, bases empty. He'll face Randy Moffett. Mark Hill goes through the signs. Moffett nods his head, arms down to his chest. He kicks and fires to Morales. Full count to Morales. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Moffett strikes out 2 out of 3. The Cardinals go 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 9th. The Cardinals looking for the upset, looking to get to round 2. And they'll have their closer, Mark Littell, on the mound. Littell, in 1978, 4 wins, 8 losses, 11 saves, 2.79 earned run average. Struck out 130, walking 59. He threw 106 in the 3rd innings. Quality of pitches, 9 out of 10. Movement, 7 out of 10. Control, average, 5 out of 10. He will face Evans, Herndon, and Stretch, Willie McCovey. And what we're going to do here is we're going to get Tyson out of this game. Let's see if we have a better second baseman. Mike Phillips. Really? 4 out of 10. Wayne Garrett, I don't think he can play second. Nope, I knew that. He's 6 out of 10 at third. Tony Scott, I thought he could play some infield. Nope. Ken Rich, our third baseman. He's an 8 anyway. I was just curious to see if he could play second. Alright, so Tyson stays in. Our outfield's going to stay like that. So it's up to Littell to get 3 outs and help the Cardinals advance. Vida Blue in line for a tough luck loss. He only gave up 1 earned run, as it was quite a pitcher's duel between Vukovic and Blue. Now turned over to the closers. Evans is 1 for 2 with the only ribby for the Giants. Left-handed spray hitter. The Cardinals will guard the lines in the infield. Outfield plays straightaway and normal. Littell deals to Evans. 2-0 count. Hitters count. Evans swings, grounds it to Templeton at short. And that's out number 1. Evans hustling down the line, but was 1 step away. So 1 out. Cardinals 2 outs away from advancing. Here's Larry Herndon, the center fielder. He is 0 for 3. Right-handed pull hitter. Cardinal infield will shift left. The outfield will shift left. Littell picks up the sign from Ted Simmons. Here's the pitch to Larry Herndon. 1-1 count. Herndon grounds to Ritz at third. He throws to Hernandez. 2 down. Cardinals fans on their feet clapping. 1 out away from advancing. To the second round in the chat. Randy Moffitt says Larry Rice says Randy Moffitt was Billie Jean King's brother. I did not know that. That is a fun fact. And Clinton Parks says, doesn't Templeton also play second? Now, let's look it up. We're not going to change it now, but that's good to know going forward. No, he does not. Just short. I had a crazy thought that if Rich could play second, say like at a 6, I would slide him over to second and then take the guy who was a 6 on the bench and play him at third, but that's okay. Probably would have cost me. I'm glad I kept it this way. Now, if I was playing an open world season with this team, the first thing I would do is upgrade defensively at second with this. I can't stand infielders with orange numbers or red. Alright, so 2 outs, base is empty for Willie Stretch McCovey. McCovey had 12 homers in 78. He needs a home run here to tie it up. Left-handed pull hitter. Left-handed pull hitter. Hard shift right. Though he did try to punch the ball the other way, but the infield's going to go hard shift right. Outfield's going to play straightaway and normal. We're not going to shift this time in the outfield. McCovey's 0 for 3. Littell looking for the final out. The Cardinals players on the top step of the dugout. Fans are standing, clapping. Littell picks up the sign from Ted Simmons, nods his head, takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, the windup and the pitch to McCovey. 1-2 count. McCovey grounds into the shift. Templeton has it, fires to Hernandez at first. The Cardinals will advance to round 2 as they party like it's 1999 in another pitcher's duel. The Cardinals win 2-1. Vukovic and the Cardinals bullpen outlast Vida Blue and the San Francisco Giants. There was no San Francisco treat here in St. Louis. That's a long plane ride home. So the road to redemption will continue for the St. Louis Cardinals. 2-1 Cards. That was a fun game, folks. As Larry Rice says, yes! Max Cornelius, that's a winner. Now, I have 2 plays of the game. Lou Brock, the pinch runner, scoring on the hit and run, double by Templeton. And then Morales. Those are the two keys to the game. I mean, we had great pitching, but let's see where they go with player of the game. Pete Vukovich. I have to agree. I'm going to have three players of the game. I like to do this. Vukovich for the start and the win. Vukovich went 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks. He picked up the win. Schultz got his lefty out in the top of the 8th, excuse me. And then Bruno got his 2 righties out, though it was scary on the bad base running by Ivy. Definitely bad base running. And Littell picks up the save. 1 scoreless inning in the ninth. But also, I have to give Lou Brock, the pinch runner. Again, if you just joined us, Lou Brock, the computer had him deactivated. I activated him just because I knew he could still run. I made sure I checked his running stats out, or, his ratings. I'd rather have him than the crappy guy I forgot who I took off the team. Oberkfell. They had Oberkfell on the team, and he batted 125. So I activated Lou Brock, and it worked out. I'd rather have him off the bench and take my shots with him, and it worked. We got lucky. So, and then Morales with a great throw and bad base running by Ivy. So the Cardinals advance. Vida Blue, tough luck loser. 7 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, no walks, 2 Ks. Moffitt pitched a perfect bottom of the 8th, excuse me, and he struck out 2, but to no avail. The San Francisco Giants, in defeat, only mustered 6 hits and 1 run. Matlock 1 for 4 and a strikeout. Whitfield 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Clark 0 for 4. Ivy 2 for 3, but made one of the worst base running blunders that you'll ever see. With 2 outs, he was already going to be standing at second, rounding that bag and gunned out by Morales at third as Ritz applied the tag, inning over, top of the 8th. He walked once. Evans 1 for 3, knocked in the only run for the Giants, walk and struck out. Herndon 0 for 4, McCovey 0 for 4, they both K'd. Hill, the catcher, 0 for 3, he K'd. Metzger, the shortstop, 1 for 3. So in total, the Giants in defeat, 31 at-bats, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 ribby, 3 walks, 5 Ks. The Giants left 6 runners on base. For the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, road to redemption continues for them. Gary Templeton, 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. He's also going to be a player of the game. He knocked in 2 runs, the only 2 runs. Mumphrey, 2 for 3. Simmons and Hendrick both 0 for 4 with strikeouts. Keith Hernandez 1 for 4 with a K. Ritz, unsung hero, 2 for 4 with a run scored. That was the only earned run scored. Morales, Tyson were both 0 for 3. Morales striking out once, but what a throw to gun out Ivy at third with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Giants fans will be having nightmares of that. And Roger Freed was 2 for 3. I inserted him in the lineup. And Lou Brock, pinch runner, never got an at-bat. We kept him in at DH, but didn't get an at-bat. He scored all the way from first, the speedy Lou Brock, on the hit-and-run double by Gary Templeton. So the Cardinals in victory, moving on to round 2 with their 2-1 win. 32 at-bats, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 ribbies, no walks. They struck out 4 times, and the Cardinals left 7 runners on base. What a ball game, folks. So the Cardinals upset the Giants. They got the home game in the weird seeding. Again, I thought I seeded it a certain way, and then the out-of-the-ballpark tournament engine just threw that all amok. So, anyhow, great game. Cardinals win 2-1. Let's leave the game. Let's hit save so we don't foobar it. Save game. Now let's see who we're going to play next. Let's go to the brackets. We all love brackets. brackets, playoff coverage, playoff tree. So on this side of the bracket, the Cubs have advanced, the Cardinals have advanced, Houston advanced, and another J.R. Richard was outstanding in that game. And the Dodgers just, crushed the A's. So we have one more game on this side between the Orioles and the Twins. But I kind of want to play the Mets and the Tigers next. I always like playing as the Mets. And I always play as the Red Sox, no matter what. So we have Baltimore and Minnesota still. Toronto upset Cincinnati. So their road to redemption continues. We have Philadelphia and Atlanta. I'll be playing as Atlanta. That game's still left. And Chicago and the Milwaukee. I don't know who's the worst. I would assume Chicago's the worst team there. Yeah, I think Milwaukee was pretty good in the late 70s. Actually, Milwaukee was, yeah. I'm in Chicago. I'm most likely playing Chicago. I'll be playing as the Mets. So the games coming up: Twins, Baltimore, Atlanta and Philadelphia, Milwaukee and Chicago White Sox, Texas and the New York Mets. As Larry Rice says, Cubs! Clinton Park says, another great game. Larry Rice says, thanks. Oh, and before I didn't do what I normally do. I usually say thank you before I do the box score. Thank you to Larry Rice. Thank you to Clinton Parks. Check out that wonderful channel, Retro Baseball, National Pastime 3, and Out of the Ballpark 19. Also, Digital Diamond Baseball. Thanks to Herb Pilgrim, another good friend of the channel. Thank you to Max Cornelius. Check him out. D. Scott Howard, congratulations on the 100 miles walk during the month. And he has some more goat sitting coming up. We're going to try to get D. Scott on with Chat with Al so he can tell us some goat sitting stories. Let me just scroll up. The Cubs, the Bears, the Great White Shark emerged. Thank you very much, my friend. Oh, wow. He says, Al, you ain't going to like the Bo Sox score, so they choked. That's why my dad was screaming at the TV. He's really quiet now, so he's upset. God bless him. I'm upset, too. I had a bad feeling I really do. I'm not joking. I'm not being a pessimist. I don't like the way they're playing. I don't like, you got to go pedal to the metal until you win. It's my opinion. I'm not saying to get people hurt, but you got to play pedal to the metal. I've seen it too many times. Jim Doyle, first time we've seen him in the chat. He's been watching for a while. He said, so thank you very much. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I might do another game shortly, as I never go to bed early anyway. As Dad is screaming at the TV once again. I would let you listen to it, but there's a lot of, let me just say, colorful language from my father. Not a lot of things upset my dad, but the Red Sox definitely do. Alrighty, so our next game, if no one has a preference, I'm going to play the Mets and Texas next, because I really want to play the Mets and Texas. And let's just look at that pitching matchup. I think that's Craig Swan, and Texas will have Ferguson Jenkins. So Fergie Jenkins in 78, the year after the Red Sox traded him for basically poop. 18-8 with a 3.04. In 77, he went 500 with the Red Sox. Imagine if they had him in 78 with Eckersley, and he had that same type of season. They win the division. And Craig Swan for the Mets, 9-6 with a 2.43. So that's not a bad pitching matchup. I think that's the next game we're going with. I'll go through and set lineups and stuff. I don't know. I might be back. And if you don't want to watch, that's fine. Just catch it on replay. Or not. And Ken Castro has joined us. Is it movies later? Absolutely, Ken. We're going to have a Discord where we're going to watch movies. Dog Sidious and I will be setting that up, and we're going to watch some movies of choice. Marlins kicked for the extra point, tied the game. Unbelievable. 7-7. Unbelievable. I'm going to get off in a second, but again, not being the pessimistic Red Sox fan. I like Cora. I like the way he manages. I just don't like that they're resting the players the way they are now. I get it. They have a hellacious September coming up. You had to win these two games. The Marlins are a freaking double-A team. I don't care how good they pitch you every once in a while. They're a double-A team. Pedal to the metal till you win the division. And even then, when that's done, you got to stay focused. If they blow this lead, this is worse than 78. Worse. And they could blow the lead. Now, last I checked, the White Sox were beating the Yankees, so that's some good news there. Alrighty, folks. Our next game, Mets and the Rangers. And it looks like the Mets got the home game. They lucked out in the draw. And it will be Craig Swan, 9-6 with a 2.43 earned run average, striking out 125, walking 58, taking on Fergie Jenkins, 18-8, 3.04 earned run average, striking out 157, walking 41. That's our next game up in the channel. Could be a little later, or I might do something else. I never know. So thank you very much. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Health and happiness. God bless, and you know what's coming, folks. Peace! Go Red Sox.